Hello everybody, welcome back to 100 horror movies you gotta check out. This week we're going over the 1942 Cat People. This is a movie I haven't seen yet, but I've been interested in because I believe I've seen parts of the remake, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let me tell you more about this version. This is the 1942 horror film called Cat People that tells the story of Irina, who is a newly married Serbian illustrator obsessed with the idea that she is a descendant from an ancient tribe of cat people who turn into panthers if their emotions get too high. Now, I've talked a little bit before on the essential films you have to see, which are the Tuesday release, and I believe I've talked about it on the Thursday releases, which is the horror films, about seeing some of the original scenes or quotes that have been referenced in movies that I've seen or TV shows over the years. This is the first time that we see the origins of a technique that I know of, and that is a technique called the Luton bus. The Luton bus is a technique named after the legendary horror film producer Val Luton. The Luton bus is a scene that slowly builds tension and gives the viewer an unexpected jolt with something that turns out to be completely harmless. The Luton bus was first used in Cat People in the scene where Irina is following Alice. The audience expects Irina to turn into a panther and attack Alice. As the camera focuses on Alice, the viewer hears what sounds like a hissing panther, but it turns out to only be the bus pulling up. The Luton bus is a technique that is still used in horror films today, especially in slasher films like Friday the 13th and the Halloween series. The three main characters of this film are Irina, her husband Oliver Reed, and Oliver's co-worker that turns into something a little bit more. I'm sorry. Her name is Alice Moore. I didn't do that on purpose, I promise. That might be hard to believe after the Wolfman tale from the last episode, but I promise I don't do these on purpose. So let's get into how these three interact. The movie starts off at the Central Park Zoo in New York, where Irina is sketching panthers. She catches the attention of Oliver, who is standing by, and he strikes up a conversation. That conversation leads to tea, that tea leads to dinner the following day, and that dinner leads to a relationship between the two, which leads to them getting married. Throughout this time, Irina has explained to Oliver that she believes she is from an ancient tribe of people that turn into panthers if their emotions get too elevated, whether it be anger, jealousy, love, passion, and that she's afraid if she's intimate with him, she will turn into a panther and kill him. He tries to joke away this ridiculous notion, but it becomes clear that they need to seek professional help. Oliver talks to his friend Alice to find out the name of a good psychiatrist, which Irina then goes to. When she comes back from the psychiatrist, she finds Oliver and Alice in the living room of their apartment, and she finds out that Oliver has told Alice about Irina's beliefs, and Irina's really upset about this. The tension in the relationship begins to grow, and Irina starts to distrust Oliver and suspect a relationship between him and Alice, which at this point is a completely unfounded accusation. The tension continues to grow between Oliver and Irina, and they start to drift apart, or at least Oliver does. This leads to Oliver spending a little bit more time with Alice in a work setting, which Irina sees as Alice trying to steal Oliver. And this is also when Irina really begins to start acting like a cat person. Now, so far, that has not been a lot that has led us to believe Irina, but now her actions might start guiding us towards thinking she's not crazy. One night, Oliver comes home, tells Irina that they have drifted too far apart, and that he is now in love with Alice, and he's going to give Irina a divorce so that they can be separate, and he apologized. That obviously was not what he had intended to do. Oliver and Alice are at the office working when they are stalked and almost attacked by a panther. They contact the psychiatrist, explain what just happened, and that now they believe Irina. They set up an intervention to try to talk to Irina, which she does not show up to. And then this movie goes in a direction that I wasn't expecting. Or maybe I was, and they did a great job of redirecting me into thinking differently. This movie is only 73 minutes long, so it doesn't give you a lot of time to get set in your beliefs of what is true and isn't true. The relationship, the build-up, and the conclusion kind of happen pretty rapidly, which I think works perfectly for this movie. I am thrilled that I watched this film, and I'm really excited to check out the sequel from 1944 and the remake from 1982. They are on my list to probably watch later on this week. But before I watch them, I have to scratch Cat People off of my poster. Let's get to it. So now we are at the scratching of Cat People, which I think it's going to be safe to say there is a cat behind this picture. And by cat, I meant giant cat, the panther, so I win. So that was the scratching off of Cat People from 1942. Next week we're going to be doing I Walked with a Zombie from 1943. That is a movie that I have not seen or heard of, so I'm excited. We've been on a really good run with these horror movies lately. I want to take this time to thank everybody for watching this review. Hit those buttons down below, the like, follow, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Tell your movie-loving friends about the channel. And a very big, heartfelt thank you to all my Patreon subscribers whose names are going to pop up in just a second. You are a small group, but you are a good group, and that is what is important. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching these, and I will catch you next Thursday. Later days.